Let's talk about assembly activities. An assembly activity is where one or more entities are attached to a base entity at an activity. In this example, we're going to use a bicycle that has pedals and a seat attached to it. The entities that will attach to the base entity will arrive through an attach routing from their storage location. The base entity, in this case the bicycle, can arrive on any kind of routing, percentage, conditional, etc. In the routing, the attach routing, let's open up the properties and take a look. In the attach routing, we have a move time, how long it takes for the entity to travel from its storage location to the activity where it will attach. And we choose the routing type of attach. Here we can choose what we want to attach to. In this case, we're going to choose the bicycle. We have the option of attaching permanently or temporarily. When we select this option for permanently, the pedals cannot be removed from the bike after that. You may have a situation where you're adding a box or something to a pallet that was going to be unstacked further down. In that case, you would not want to choose the permanent option. If you choose not to attach permanently, further down through your simulation, you can detach the pedals, in this case, from the bicycle entity. Today we're going to choose a permanent attach. Here we can select the quantity of entities to attach to our bicycle. In this case, we want to attach 2 pedals to our bicycle. You can choose the option to attach entire quantity. The attach entire quantity waits until there's 2 pedals to attach to the bicycle. In a situation where you may only need to have 1 pedal, but you may also need 2, you can choose to deselect the attach entire quantity. This will allow one pedal to be attached, that be considered completed, and the bicycle entity move on to the next location. Let's take a look at the seat routing. The seat routing properties we can see are similar to the pedal properties. We're using the same attach routing, and we're choosing to attach to the bicycle permanently. In this case, we're only going to attach 1 seat. By selecting the attach entire quantity, we're forcing the bicycle to wait until that 1 seat arrives. The bicycle cannot move on to the final assembly point until the seat is attached. At the final assembly point, we can see that the processing time uses a triangular distribution for the amount of time that it takes to assemble the bicycle. In here, we'd also define any resources that we need in order to complete the operation. Let's take a look at the model overall. In our overall model, we have pedals and seats arriving to storage activities. The bicycle, when it arrives at the final assembly activity, triggers the pedals and the seats to move to the final assembly activity. The bicycle waits for 2 pedals and 1 seat to arrive and be attached at the final assembly activity. At the final assembly activity, there's a processing time. After the processing time, the completed bicycle with the pedals and seats attached moves on to the shipping activity and then out of the simulation. Let's click on Simulate and watch this in action. We can see our pedals and seats arriving at the storage activities, then moving down to the final assembly activity when the bicycle arrives and triggers their moving. Once they're completed, they move on to the shipping activity and then out of the simulation.